Hi there, welcome to Nepi Invest. One of the best performing companies on the ASX since the start of December 2023 has been a company called Compumetics, a company I was following about 6 or 7 years ago. And then for some reason or what, this company became out of favor with the market and myself. So I stopped following them. And then all of a sudden, the interest in this company has spiked since December 4, 2023. We have seen this company's share price rise 50% in one day in early December. In the last two trading days of last week, which would have been the 11th and 12th of January 2024, Compumetics share price in these two trading days rose 57% on the back of a trading or business update. So, what is Compumetics? What do they do? Now, this company was founded in 1987 by the executive chairman of the company, Dr. David Burton, and listed on the ASX in 2000. So it's actually been on the ASX for about 23, 24 years. And maybe finally the company is gaining some traction. Now, this is a medical device company involved in the development, manufacture, and commercialization of diagnostics technology for sleep, brain, and ultrasonic blood flow monitoring applications. They own a few businesses. One business is US based, it's called Neuroscan, and there's also a German based business called DWL Electronisch GmbH. So let's have a look at why there's all of a sudden, since December 4, there's been interest generated in this particular company. On the 4th of December 2023, Compumetics released this particular announcement. Somfit, which I'll talk about in a second, receives FDA clearance to market in the USA. Whenever I see a company release an announcement with FDA clearance in it, I am going to pay attention. And of course, the market also is going to pay attention. And that's why the share price of this company rose 56% on the back of this particular announcement, not surprisingly. So after I saw the market reaction, after I read this particular announcement, I put Compumetics onto my potential breakout watch list. And when a company makes its way onto my potential breakout watch list, I pay particular attention to what happens to the share price over the following few weeks. If I see the share price plunge, that's actually a bad sign. If I see the share price go sideways or even go up a little bit, that's a really good sign. That means, particularly for a company whose share price has fallen significantly over the previous few years, that means there's not enough demand not enough supply overwhelming the demand. Or another way to put it, there's enough demand to keep in check the supply of those shareholders who want to sell out because the share price has fallen significantly and they saw the share price increase 56% and they say to themselves, now's my chance to get out of this dog stock. Now, when we go back to this particular announcement, there's some things to really like about what they're talking about. They don't give specific numbers, but they do hint at what potential numbers they might have if they reach their targets. So, what is Somfit? Somfit is a wearable device for collecting patients' physiological data, primarily for use in assisting medical professionals to diagnose sleep disorders. And this has a pretty good addressable market in the USA between 110 and 180 million dollars. That's in US dollars, of course. And Compumetics' target is to reach about 10 to 30% of that particular addressable market within the next 24 months or 2 years. So if they do reach their target, particularly the top end of the target, so 30% of $180 million, that's $54 million of additional revenue that they do have right now. So if you want to be more conservative, you could say, well, that's $11 million of additional revenue. So there's a big range of potential revenue increases to this company in regards to this Somfit being cleared by the FDA. Now, they also, in this particular announcement, reaffirmed financial year 24 guidance of revenue, $44 million, and EBITDA, positive $5 million. So this company is already a real company. It's selling products, $44 million worth of revenue, and this company is EBITDA positive. This particular announcement was just an added benefit. It means that this company could grow quite significantly over the next few years. So the market is seeing some potential in Compumetics, even if they reach the lower end of this particular target, 10% of $110 million, still the revenue of this company will increase over the next few years. And then just over 1 month later, on the 11th of January 2024, the company released a business update. This was until the end of calendar year 2023. And the market absolutely loved this particular business update. Share price rallied 57% in 2 trading days. On the 11th of January, share price rose 39%. And then on the 12th of January, share price rose another 12%. Now, probably the only thing I could complain about this little rally in the share price is the volume. I'll talk about that in the next slide. So this is just the highlights in regards to this business update. Everything is going really well for this company, even just not even including SomFit. So revenue for the first half of financial year 24 expected to be a record result of approximately $26 million, up 35% from last year. Now, talking about excluding the MEG sale to TJNU, sales even then increased 11% on a like-for-like basis. Sales order, 30.3 million, up 74%. Excluding the 2 new MEG orders, still up 21%. And this was due to strong initial sales of SomFit in Australia. So that's promising for this SomFit gaining clearance or FDA clearance in the United States. It's selling strong in Australia. So that's a good sign. Strong sleep and neuro sales in Australia and Asia. And despite USA and DWL businesses both remaining soft in the first half of financial year 24. Compumedics expects to return to profitability in the first half of financial year 24. So one of the reasons why this company has struggled over the past few years is because it hasn't been profitable. Now expects to return to profitability. And that would have raised the eyebrows of the market if the market had eyebrows. Just to see that words or those words return to profitability. The market loves companies that are profitable. And the company will also provide updated financial year 24 full year guidance with the release of the Appendix 4D, which is the half year results, which they will release in February. And in fact, they say they'll release the Appendix 4D on or about the 22nd of February 2024. And here is the daily chart for Compumedics and a beautiful breakout in the chart. So the breakout really started on December the 4th when they released that FDA clearance announcement in regards to SomFit. Share price rallied 50% on that day. Then the share price went sideways and actually drifted up a little bit after that. And then we saw the share price increase 57% in 2 trading days. And the last time the share price was this high was way back at the start of 2022. And the share price of Compumedics had been in a long-term downtrend. And the share price of this company had been significantly higher in, I think it was about 2017, 2019. So let's have a look at the weekly chart just to see where the share price of this company was in the past. I took notice to Compumedics way back in 2015, it would have been, when the share price started to rally. I can't remember why it started to rally, but the share price went from about 10 cents to a high of 92.5 cents. And that high is actually the all-time high for this company. Well, maybe not the all-time high, but at least a 10-year high for this company. And that was, or that reached, that all-time high share price was reached in the middle of 2016. So we're talking about 7.5 years ago. And then you can see a fair bit of volatility in the share price of this company. Then the share price moved into a well-defined downtrend in about late 2020, early 2021. Share price went from about 50 cents all the way down to a low of about 13 cents. Or so back in the start of 2023. So not long ago. And now the share price has started to rally, but still a long way to go before the share price of this company gets to its all-time high, which again was reached in 2016. That is all I have for this look at Compumedics, one of the best performing companies on the ASX since the start of December 2023. The company released 2 impressive announcements. The market absolutely loved both. Share price rallied over 50% on December 4 and then rallied another 57% on January 11 and 12. If you have any thoughts in regards to Compumedics, maybe you're a sharer of this company, love to hear what you're thinking about this company and the potential of this company in the future. So leave your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I am not a financial advisor. If you do need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for the video. Have a good day. Bye.